Hello class, my name is Dr. Candace Washington. Today I'd like to discuss how to always ensure that your subject and verb are in agreement. Before we jump right into the lesson, I think that it's expedient that we review 3 of the key terms that are repeating throughout today's lesson. The first term is subject. The subject is referring to the noun in the sentence that the sentence is mostly about. The second term is verb. Verb is synonymous with predicate or the simple predicate of the sentence. And then the final term is agree. Agree is referencing number, and in grammar, whenever you're speaking of a number, you will be discussing the singular or plural forms of the different parts of speech. So I have a simple method for ensuring that my subject and verb always agree. It's called the S check. The S check is really easy. All you do is you look at the word and see if it has an S or not. The S check has 2 main components. The first component is the singular component. In this component, the noun has no S and the verb does. So they're kind of opposite in nature. Here's an example sentence. My car has gas. The noun in this sentence is the word car. Car does not have an S, which means it is singular. The verb of the sentence is has. This particular verb does have an S, which means it too is singular. So we have a singular noun and a singular verb. That means that they are in agreement. Which leads us to the second component of the S test. That's the plural component. In the plural component, the noun has an S and the verb does not. Have a look at this sentence here. All my cars have gas. In this sentence, the noun is cars. Cars has an S, which in this case makes it plural. The verb in this sentence is have. Have does not have an S, which makes it plural as well. So you have a plural noun paired with a plural verb, which means the sentence is in agreement. That's the S check. It's just that simple. So let's have a little bit more practice with this. Let's do about 3 questions. I'll do one, and then we'll do the second one together, and then the third one I'll let you try on your own. Look at number 1 here. It says the child blank outside. So we get a verb choice of the word play or plays. So in order to answer this question, I've got to ask myself about 2 questions. The first question is always going to be, what's the noun of the sentence? In the sentence, the noun is the word child. Now, the second question I ask myself is the word child or the noun in the sentence, is it singular or is it plural? Well, if I refer back to my S check, I will find that nouns without an S are singular. So since I have a singular noun, I need to pair it with a singular verb. And so remember that the verbs are kind of opposite in nature from the nouns. Since the noun has no S, that means my verb should have an S. So I need to choose the verb with an S. So the answer to this sentence is the child plays outside. Okay, I've got a singular noun and I've got a singular verb. My sentence is in agreement, which means I am grammatically correct here. So let's do the second sentence together. Number 2, the dogs blank. And then I get a verb choice of bite or bites. Now remember, what's the first question we ask ourselves? Right, what's the noun? Okay, the noun is dogs. Right. So what's the second question we need to ask? Right you are. Is the noun singular or plural? This particular noun happens to be plural, which means I need the plural form of the verb. The plural noun has an S in most instances, and in this instance it does. So I need the plural form of the verb, which would not have an S. You are right. The answer to this sentence is the word bite. Plural noun paired with a plural verb. The sentence is in agreement. I am grammatically correct. So let's move right along and let you try third sentence on your own. The sentence reads, the monkey blank the banana. Very good. Here, you should have determined what the noun was and whether it was singular or plural. So the noun in this sentence is monkey. Monkey is singular. Therefore, you need to pick the singular form of the verb, which is the verb that is presenting with the S. So eats is the correct answer for this question. You've done very well. However, we're not finished. We need to review the S check a little bit, and we can do it assessment style. In order to do well in the future with ensuring that your subject and verbs are in agreement, you need to understand what a singular noun looks like, what a singular verb looks like, what a plural noun and a plural verb, what they look like as far as the S is concerned. Just take a quick second, pencil those answers in, and we'll review them. Okay, I think you've had long enough to pencil in those answers. Let's review those. So number 1, a singular noun has no S. Number 2, a singular verb has an S. Number 3, a plural noun has an S. And finally, number 4, a plural verb has no S. So taking those things into consideration, you should always be able to ensure that your subject and verbs are in agreement, which we know that is very important in order to have grammatically correct speech and written communication. So in close, it's important to remember the following 3 things. In your sentences, the subject and verb must always agree. Agree is referring to number. And finally, use the S check to determine if the nouns and verbs in question are singular or plural. It has been great to speak with you today on this subject. I hope you learned a lot.